Welcome along to Home Farm Football Club in Dublin for the Centenary Shield Under 18 Boys International match between the Republic of Ireland and Wales. The two sides will be playing for pride as Northern Ireland collected the silverware last week in Belfast with a comprehensive 3-1 win over William O'Connor's youngsters. It's been a disappointing campaign for both sides so far. The Republic of Ireland mustering only a point from their first three games. The Irish drew with Scotland in their opening clash from home, suffered two defeats, going down 2-0 to England and 3-1 to Northern Ireland last week. Similarly, Wales will be looking for a marked improvement in form. They have sensational 1-0 win away to England, but then slender losses to Scotland and Northern Ireland, which sees them just sit above the Republic of Ireland in the league table. My name is Simon Kitchen, delighted to be joined by Paddy O'Reilly today. But first of all, we had a chat to catch up with both head coaches of both teams. William, coming into today's game against Wales, you got your campaign off to a pretty good start with the draw against Scotland, but overall the last two games against England and Northern Ireland just haven't panned out the way you wanted to.
Yeah, no, we started fairly well against Scotland, over in Scotland. Probably the first half we were a wee bit disappointed. We got a bit slow maybe to get going. Probably the boys playing at that level is a new experience for them. But the second half, I think we acquitted ourselves very well. We got back in the game one each and probably a couple of chances to go on and win the game. Then we played Scotland then 3 weeks ago, England. We're probably playing quite well. We lost the game 2-0, but probably 2-0 scoreline doesn't really do the game justice. With some good patterns of play, some good chances. We probably just didn't take our chances. Again, probably last week against the North, first half hour, we're really, really good, and then we done 2-0 down at half time. We had a bad 10 minutes, but all in all, disappointing maybe results wise, but there's been some good performances. The boys are playing some good stuff, and hopefully we'll finish it off now, maybe with a nice result against Wales tonight.
Champions last year, a complete overhaul this year. How hard has it been for you to embed those players into the way you want them to play this year?
It takes a time, and you're limited with time that you have with the players. We had a friendly this year against Australia. It gives you that one extra game, but before that you have a trial process, and you have the day before the game before you go on. You're trying to get them prepared as best you can. Last year to this year, obviously we won the competition last year, but every year you go on it, you're nearly going in with a full new squad of 18, and that's probably part of the challenge for the management team to get the players ready, setting up the way you want them to play, and go out and doing that then in the games.
You're missing Jack Ellis tonight. He's getting the opportunity to play first team football in the Irish League as well. He's going to be a big miss for you.
Jake's a good player as well. He played the first two games. He played over in Scotland, then the game against England. He's done quite well. Obviously he's playing with Bray as well in the League of Ireland, which is good for him as well. It's also a great level, and he'll be a big miss of course. But Brandon's been on there. It's they'll be our two main strikers. Brandon's done very well and very, very capable as well. Hopefully he can do himself and score a few goals for the boys tonight.
William, thanks very much for your time and good luck tonight.
No bother, thank you.
Mark, I think it's fair to say it's been a difficult campaign for you, starting off with a brilliant result against England, but unfortunately coming off the wrong end of results against Scotland and Northern Ireland.
Yeah, it was a fantastic start, last minute winner over in Slough against England, and from a personal point of view I thought that would have set us up nicely for the following week for the Northern Ireland game. But same as Northern Ireland and Scotland game, we've dominated the first 20-25 minutes and we haven't been able to take our chances, and under the 8 goals win games, and if you don't score early on when you're on top, it'll come back to haunt you, and that's what's happened.
Coming up against Ireland today, your record over the years hasn't been great against the Republic of Ireland. Looking to put that right today? Yeah,
the last 2 years I think we lost a couple of years here, 2-1, that was a 93rd minute penalty. Last year again didn't take our chances in Kevin Druids, and we lost that game. But we can't look at records, what's gone in the past. It's here and now, and the lads have underachieved the last 2 games. We've told them that, and they've got to step up now and put pride back in their shirt.
You've got a handful of guys who've come back from last year, but obviously it's a new squad for you to put together. It's always difficult to put them in together.
Yeah, it's difficult, but we've had them now probably since the Australia game, independent schools. We had a good run up into the Centenary Shield, and we had a great start against England, and then the wheels have fallen off for the last couple of games, and unfortunately they've been at home. But like I said, we are creating chances. I'd be worried if we weren't creating chances. Hopefully tonight we can put most chances away.
Mark, thanks very much for your time. Good luck tonight.
Cheers.
Thanks to Mark Lloyd-Williams and William O'Connor two head coaches respectively for the Republic of Ireland and Wales. Simon Kitchen here, delighted to be joined by Paddy O'Reilly. Paddy, today, it's a nothing game. Both teams have had disappointing campaigns so far this year itself, but they want the end of the school season on a positive.
Yeah, and it's always an interesting dynamic because a young fella might have been left out with the starting lineup a couple of times, and he might want to prove to the manager. And another young fella, his family are here today, and when you pull on your country shirt as well, a sort of a little tingle goes up your spine and that. So I don't think it'll lack in any way of. There'll be no motivation lacking, I don't think.
The commitment, you're basically saying the commitment will definitely be there, especially with that badge on their chest.
Yeah, no question at all, and they'd know as well. There'd be lots of lads from their own countries, the national squads, the youth national squads. Niall Harrison is down below us, and he'd be passing names on to, the likes of Colin O'Brien and Tom Mohan and the FAI from the Irish point of view, and that. And lads are well aware of that. So there's loads to play for.
Today's campaign and today's game itself between the Republic of Ireland and Wales is one that the Republic of Ireland have had the better off over the last 12 years especially. In 12 years in a row since 2007, 10 wins and 2 draws, and that certainly is a positive omen coming into today.
Yeah, and I mean, in my time I used to travel over and watch Wales, and you'd watch them, they seem to get up slightly more for the matches against England, and this year proved the same. And yet they were sort of, you didn't like saying it among the coaching staff, but you're always hoping you'd beat Wales. And I'm sure our management team, but anytime I've seen Wales, there's an awful lot about them, but I don't know this team, so I can only guess.
It's one of those eventualities that there's not much control over for the head coaches, obviously William and Mark. They basically have a different team every single year at this level. You've coached at this level, you've won and been a champion at Centenary Shield in 2015. It must be difficult to bring in 12, 15, 18 new players every season.
Yeah, and that's where the likes of Willie would do tremendous work. Countrywide, Ollie Horgan, who manages Finn Harp, still manages to find the time to travel countrywide. So I often think that this squad is one of the better international squads in this country. That the lads are relentless, and we were relentless in picking up the right lads. And I think there's no coincidence there that the likes of, say, Daryl Horgan, who's playing for Hibs, Alan Brown, who's playing for Preston North End, Ryan Manning, who's over with QPR, all of those players, even Seamus Coleman way back, his first debut was with the Irish schools. And it's no coincidence because Ollie Horgan and a few more have set a relentless set of trials, and we normally get close to the best team.
And this year's certainly not going to be any different. There's a few players that stand out from speaking to William. One of them, unfortunately, he's not here tonight because he's getting ready to play for Bray tomorrow night in the First Division, is Jake Ellis. But when Jake Ellis misses out, it gives another opportunity for a youngster to come in.
Yeah, it does. And there's lots of things go through the lad's head. I know there's a lad now starting here tonight for Ireland, Ross Tierney, and he's from Ballymun, and Ballymun is basically a mile and a half maximum from here, so he'd be so familiar with this pitch, and he'd have family down here, and the likes of him and that will step in instead of Ellis, and you just don't know what might happen on the back of that.
Speaking to William before the game, it looks as if he's going for a 4-2-3-1 system. Brandon Birmingham going to be up front on his own, but he got the goal against Scotland earlier in the campaign in that 1-1 draw.
Yeah, and I was chatting to Willie earlier, and he was wondering whether Wales would go with 4-1 or 3-5-2. Because you don't know enough about your opposition, and you don't sometimes always know enough about yourself, and it'll depend then on the shape the other team takes.
Both teams coming out onto the pitch here now, the Republic of Ireland in their green jerseys, white shorts and green socks, and the Welsh team all in red. They're going to be introduced to the chairman of the FAI school, which is Sean Carr, and also the chairman of the Welsh schools, Martin Evans. And it is a big moment for these kids to represent their country as well, Paddy.
And it is special, and for 2 or 3 of the lads, they mightn't like me saying it, but it might be the highest level they ever play at. For other lads, it's a stepping stone to even greater things, but it's a tremendous honour, and it's recognised back in their schools at their graduation night, at the end of year presentations to become top sports people in their schools and that. So it gives them an awful lot of kudos in their schools and in their area, so it means a tremendous amount. And
at this level as well, you're talking about making the step up to potentially playing in Irish League football, the FAI, and obviously hired. You talked about Seamus Coleman, playing for Everton. potentially one of the best right backs in the world at the minute, because Real Madrid were chatted about buying Seamus Coleman a few years ago before he got that bad injury.
Yeah, and I think if I was a manager in the Championship or in the Scottish Premiership or the Scottish First Division or up the North, I think these would be the games I'd watch, because I think a young fella who stays in school and does his full A levels or does his leaving cert, I think he's a more rounded character than the fellow who heads cross channel or to a club at the age of 16. I think these games are actually underestimated for future potential of players.
Well, we're going to pause for a few seconds. Both national anthems for Wales and Ireland are upcoming, and we'll come back and join you in just a few minutes' time.
Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. If we could stay standing now, where we have Aaron on the beer.
Paddy, let's have a look at the team lists and the starting lineups for both the Republic of Ireland and Wales. And the Republic of Ireland starting with a different goalkeeper today. Jamie Cleary gets his chance, and as I say up front, we talk about Brandon Birmingham, but you're looking forward to seeing Ross Tierney.
Yeah, Ross is a bit of a live wire, and young Jamie Cleary, the other keeper, what's his name, Tall David, is it? He made a tough mistake for a young fella to make in the last match in Dalymount against England, but I'm absolutely 100% sure that that's not why he's out, because there is a sort of an ethos and a thing at this age group that everyone gets a decent run and everyone's rotated. So Jamie Cleary will hope to do well.
The Welsh lineup, Wales making their way across to Dublin here this afternoon. I said early evening, my apologies, coming up to 7 o'clock kickoff. Eric Green gets a start in net, and one of the players we're told to look out for is Dylan Rees-Jones and also Tristan Jenkins. So looking forward to seeing both these teams playing here tonight. The last time I commentated on in Home Farm was the game last year, the final game last year, when Ireland beat Scotland to win this very trophy last year.
Yeah, and I'm always interested in the Wales, because I think I could be wrong, Simon, but I think some of them can actually play for the Welsh colleges also. And I'd say these lads would be fairly battle hardened, and they're coming down here in front of us, and they're big lads. And also looking at their experience, you mentioned Tristan Jenkins there, and I see he plays with Llanelli Town in the Welsh Premier League, and quite a few of them have slightly more experience than the Irish players at senior level. So I think we got to have a cracker here.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to it. Ireland versus Wales, kick off just moments away. Paddy, your experience at this level, as I say, these kids have putting on the green jerseys for Ireland tonight, and obviously their counterparts for Wales. But at this level, there's going to be people here who are going to be watching this game tonight. There's going to be scouts from different clubs across Ireland, Northern Ireland and Wales, and potentially England, the Premiership as well.
Yeah, and as I said earlier, I think the lad who comes through with his education is he's better rounded. He's I'm not saying a fella shouldn't go at 16, but I think by and large they're better off staying. And I think gradually these fixtures will become even more important. And I know it is tough for the managers getting them in at the last minute and that, but I still think that the management teams demand a lot of the lads in terms of preparation for set pieces, attacking and defending. So we will see little things that have been worked out as well in training.
I just see Diane there and the coming out of camera just a few seconds ago. I have to say a big thanks to Diane. She's done an awful lot of running about for us today to get everything ready, and the team sheets and the programmes and what have you as well. And certainly the schools FA are keeping Diane very busy when she's here as well.
Yeah, I think she might actually end up taking over from John Delaney the way she's doing so much.
That might not be a bad call.
We can cut that bit out of the commentary.
We'll do it the edit at the start. Your referees tonight, just placing the ball on the centre spot. Mark Houlihan is your referee. Assistants Paul Mooney and Lee Duffy. Fourth official Paul Norton, who's right down below us here now. And we're just, as I say, a couple of seconds away from kickoff. We talked about predictions. You want to put yourself on the fence there, Paddy?
Yeah, I'd prefer to wait until 10 or 15 minutes, but I've heard the Welsh are dangerous at set pieces. The Irish, I can't see them not scoring. I think we could be in for 3 or 4 goals. I'll go with 2-2, but I will change my mind after 15 when I see the rhythm. And already the Welsh look like it might be a 3-5-2, because there are 3 lads lined up in the middle of the back. And that'll be interesting, because if Ross Tierney in the number 10 role for Ireland, now I know he's not wearing number 10, he's wearing, he is wearing 10, no, he's wearing 14. But if he plays too narrow, Wales will be able to play out very easy. So we'll see after a while. Well,
Joe Dyer gets the kick-off underway for Wales. And it's kicked down to the left side. Williams now coming in for an early throw-in. It's a lovely throw down over the top of Matthew O'Reilly, but it's a little bit too far because they're going the whole way through for a goal kick to Ireland. The goalkeeper, Jimmy Cleary, getting his chance tonight here for Ireland. Jimmy Cleary studying in Walkinstown during the college. Lovely touch there coming through the centre of the park, and good backtracking by Wales. A lovely long ball forward. There's a foot race here. The centre forward getting in front of it, but Jimmy Cleary really quick off his line there, Paddy.
Yeah, and probably might do him no harm at all to get out like that. And even it's gone to the opposite keeper now, and it's no harm for them to get a touch and even clear their lines much and all as you like them playing out from the back.
Dara Ellison, who's got the ball in hand on the left-hand side of the pitch, the far side of the pitch, where we're situated here. Throws it ahead into the feet of James Clark. Clark, lovely ball across, this time from Docherty. Nice touch by Kelly. Kelly left-footed, drives to the middle. A little bit too far ahead of him that time. Touches it inside. Looking for a little quick give and go there, but a good clearance from Beaumont at the back end for Wales.
Yeah, and if I was to say anything from early on, I'd say unless the Welsh left-sided centre half, which it might be Trevor Williams, gets a tiny bit closer to Kelly, Ireland might get joy down Ireland's left just in front of us here in the commentary box.
Well, you talked about commitment there. Niall O'Keefe certainly doesn't hesitate to put the boot in there, and very getting early, strong tackle in early on. Nice bit of control. Lovely touch inside by Jones. We talked about him before. Kick off. Ball nudged ahead this time to Lansley. Lansley, it back to the right side. Butler tries to play it through the middle. Lansley can't get hold of it, and it's cleared by Allen. Beaumont is going to throw that ahead and leave the responsibility to Butler. Just 2 minutes into the first half here at Home Park. Nice touch again. Cleared by Ireland. Not looking to try and get the foot on the ball here early on. And that's a great spread of the play out to the left this side by Williams. Williams drives ahead. Hampson now just in front of the 18-yard box. Kicks it out to the right-hand side. Wales on the attack. Tries to drive it in. That's good defending work there by Ireland though. And they try and clear the ball again out to the left-hand side.
Yeah, and it's interesting, but both teams have already looked sort of better out wide, given that this, Wales are playing with a 3-5-2 and their wide men are getting onto it, and I'd expect Colin Kelly to do the same down in front of us down here as well. So it could be quite open for 10 or 12 minutes, and the managers might have a problem. We'll see which manager is willing to take the most risks.
Brandon Birmingham spreading the play again to O'Keefe. O'Keefe takes a touch. Looks like a nifty wee player there to start forward. There's a chance here for Clark as he spreads it to the left side. Gets it into the box. There's a chance at the back post. Kelly just couldn't get his foot on it, but a great bit of play by Ireland.
Yeah, and a lovely little dummy at the edge of the box there by Brandon Birmingham. I think it was Brandon who stepped over it, and I think it was Ellison, Simon, who came up and crossed it in.
Great ball by Dara Ellison.
Yeah.
You've I just noticed there in your notes that you've made a bit of a highlight on Colin Kelly. He's already made his debut at senior level as well.
Yeah, and that will stand to him, because like sometimes you don't know whether it's a brilliant reflection of the young fella that he's made a senior debut, or whether it's a poor reflection of the club that they're not quite at the senior standard. But I've heard good things about Colin. I've only seen him a couple of times, and I actually think if he's good enough tonight now, he'll shine, because there will be space for him.
Wales now with a throw in. Long ball forward. Good touch there by O'Keefe, but cleared the whole way through, and that's going to make its way down towards the Irish goalkeeper.
Just one little thing. I think the Irish central pair, and Jack Doherty and Niall O'Keefe, need to get their communication in order, because sometimes they're defending the same man, and it might just open it up for the Welsh nine to peel away and get space in behind one of them. So I'd be a little bit worried that the two boys might end up doing the same defensive job, Jack and Niall. So I'll just keep an eye on that.
Carter spreads the ball out to Kelly. Now Kelly in the centre circle, left footed, tries to fit it down the left side. That's a little bit too far ahead of Ellison, who was jumping up into the play. But again, they're looking to get Colin Kelly on the ball early doors.
Yeah. I'd like young Clark is playing with Drogheda. He's from Trim in Meath. He's the Meath representative on this team. Very strong soccer county, Meath. And I'd like him to stay a fraction wider. But depending on his instructions, probably too early to be overly critical.
Wales with another throw in, looking to get a flick on there. Well, taken away from him that time by Jack O'Doherty. Goes the whole way through to Carter, and he sends it back to his goalkeeper, Cleary. Jamie Cleary gets his clearance, a long ball forward into the Welsh half. Good header clearing to Hampson. Controls, lovely control there by the chest, and he's on his bike and he's going the whole way down. He's taken out of the play that time by Niall O'Keefe. Niall O'Keefe coming back to take the space away, and the referee awarding a free kick to Wales.
And the big Jenkins and big Beaumont are already underway forward for this set piece, and they're arriving in late, and I hope the Irish have allocated who's on who, because they're big lads.
This is a very compact ground here, at home farm, and that wall seems very, very tight to the pitch as well. So there's going to be a free kick from out wide on the left wing. Jones with responsibility, and as you say, some big bodies there in the 18-yard box. He spreads it across. Jones.
I think the Irish will be glad of this, to be honest.
Jones tries to dipsy doodle his way into the pitch itself in 18-yard box. That goes the whole way through and out for a goal kick, but a wasted opportunity for Wales.
Yeah, I think so. And I think like the only plus I'd say for Wales is that they'll definitely put the next one in, and it's a heavy enough ground sometimes as well, but it's nice to see them trying to play the ball, to be fair.
Cleary, he's making a short ball. The old O'Reilly lofts that one forward. It's just whistled off for offside. A late flag coming up just to our right hand side here from the linesman, and that's going to give a free here this time for Wales to launch one forward. And we talked about the big centre half there for Wales as well. Lee Jenkins and Bobby Beaumont. They've played the majority of the games here this season for Wales throughout the tournament itself, and that's sinking, if you want to put it that way, with two players. They get used to each other, the way they play, and that can be very, very positive for a team.
Yeah, I fully agree there, Simon, because that's a couple of passes now out from the back from Wales, and look where they are on the back of that, and that's what you're talking about, lads playing together and understanding.
Just getting used to the way they play each other, and it's the same in every sport, you know.
Yeah.
Breeds a bit of familiarity. That's a lovely ball in. A nice turn moving forward again by Tierney. Tierney with a lovely ball to the outside. Maybe a little bit too far ahead of Kelly, who gives chase. It's space being taken away by Kelly, by Williams. Colin Kelly comes across the 18-yard box, lays it back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly, right-footed, gets past the right winger. Looks to drive it forward, gets to the byline, gets the cross in. It's cleared up into the penalty spot area, and that's good goalkeeping coming out to take the responsibility and take the ball away from the Irish forwards. Wales now in the centre circle. calming things down, sends it out to the left side for Trevor Williams. Williams finds Hampson right on this touchline here. He loves spending his time there. Kelly looking to get the better of Williams. Good battle of the game of these two number 11s. And a whistle. Going to give a free kick. That's probably a bit of a soft free kick, is it?
Probably, yeah, but it's no harm to give the odd soft one early, keep manners on the young fellas. I like that Welsh 10 to Dylan Rees-Jones. He's a strong lad, hard to knock off it. And he's probably the busiest of the front players. And I can see him combining and switching the play a little bit already. So hopefully the Irish will get to grips with Dylan Rees-Jones.
We were talking before we came on air about footballers on black football boots. There you can see young Colin Kelly's got his black boots on here today.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see that a lad he's not too fancy.
Again, long ball forward. The goalkeeper has to be careful here with that bounce, and he takes it cleanly for Cleary. O'Reilly now. O'Reilly, a little bit of space, sends it ahead into the middle. That's a lovely ball for Doherty control. He nudges it ahead to Tierney. There's a through ball. It's onside, getting him behind the defence, and he's taken down. It's going to be a penalty to Ireland, and this could be a tough decision for the referee as well. I think it was a stone cold clear penalty.
Yeah, it was. The referee probably didn't help himself by hesitating.
He's brought out the yellow card,
yeah,
indeed.
But it was a definite penalty. I'd love to see it again, whether it was a hint of offside. I don't think there was. I think Birmingham made a good run. Tierney found him well, and now it's Birmingham stepping up.
There's the ball through from Tierney from behind this time. Birmingham giving chase, and he's going to take responsibility for this penalty. 12 yards out. The goalkeeper with a yellow card as well. So a big opportunity here for Brandon Birmingham. 9 minutes in. Right-footed, bottom corner. Great finish by Birmingham. Ireland 1, Wales 0.
Yeah, I think that's game on now. I think that's, for both teams, it'll jizz everyone up. And the standard has been good to now. And that's a confident penalty by Brandon Birmingham and a great little break. And I think it was, Simon, you picked out a decent ball out from the back by Matthew O'Reilly. Into the middle, and that allowed the ball to be played to Tierney to squeeze it through for Birmingham. So that was good play out from the back from Ireland. You
talked about Ross Tierney being an impact player in this game as well, and that was a great through ball for Birmingham to run onto. Colin Kelly can't control that one. Going to be another throw into Wales. Williams taking responsibility. Well controlled by big centre forward Lansley gives it back to Williams. It's lofted forward. Honohan clears, gets a second opportunity. Lansley controls, lovely pass out to the left wing again for Hampson. Hampson, a trickery winger, left footed, gets it into the penalty spot. Goalkeeper comes out, but it's cleared by his defence. And again, Ireland on the back foot, but doing a great job. There's another chance here, opportunity to play a through ball. Well cut out that time by Jenkins, the captain, but he's taken his man out. And no whistle on the play there.
Yeah, no, I didn't mind that by Jenkins. I thought he just used his body well. But I said Tierney won't mind too much either. Tierney will be, he'll leave something later that's not too dirty but physical enough.
Doherty now. There's another chance here for Birmingham. Birmingham on the right side, right-footed now. He's nobody in the penalty box. He gets into the 18-yard box, cuts onto his left foot, and that's a great track back that time by Trevor Williams. And he managed to get a toe on that to send it out for a corner kick.
And it's funny because it's not that dangerous and coming from where I thought it would. I thought it would come from out wide, whereas twice now Birmingham has been put through, and he's causing problems.
Birmingham certainly does look as if he's up for this tonight, and he was getting that onto his left foot. And Williams again tracking back to cover that one up. Comes off his toe, out for a corner kick. And Ireland pushing forward a couple of their big lads from centre half. That's a great ball into the penalty spot. Managed to be cleared that time by Beaumont. It's only as far as the 18-yard box. Lansley now gets a foot on it. Didn't get it cleared properly. And Wales now have a chance to break forward. Breaking down this left wing. There's a chance again as he goes forward. Tristan Jenkins. Jenkins being kept to the outside. Good bit of defensive work going the way of Niall O'Keefe. O'Keefe flicks it up, clears the ball, and that's a good bit of defensive responsibility that time by O'Keefe.
Yeah, and Rees-Jones again is starting to play a lot. And down in front of us you can hear Holly Horgan's voice nice and loud, the Finn Harps manager, who's assistant manager with the Irish schools, and he'll keep at the lads for 90 minutes.
A lot of experience in that bench as well then with Horgan obviously being involved with the Irish setup for William O'Connor to just pick his brains every once in a while as well.
A lovely little nutmeg by Tierney, and Ellison now is on the ball out wide.
Ellison, left-footed, right into the box. Good clearance again by Wales, but it's been a really good start here by Ireland with only 12 minutes gone.
Yeah, no, they've settled nicely, to be fair.
O'Reilly. He spreads the ball down the right side. It's onside again. No, maybe it's not actually a late flag coming in. A hesitant Ross Tierney and making that, just playing on the tails of the big centre half there. He tried to make the run across, but just a little bit too early.
Yeah, himself and Birmingham are doing better than I thought. I thought between the three Welsh backs and Toby Vickery in front of them that it might be too much for the lads to get space and it might have to be out wide. But the Irish they're getting in behind the Welsh without too much hard work.
Goal kick now for Eric Green. Green in the all yellow, waiting for his teammates to get in the position. It's a great kick forward. O'Reilly looking to get on the end of that one. Good first touch by O'Keefe. O'Keefe sends it back to Honohan, who uses his goalkeeper Cleary. Cleary to the left side for Ellison. Ellison tries to find his left winger James Clark, but it comes off the foot of Jenkins and out for a throw-in. 13 minutes gone. 1-0 to Ireland. Penalty kick by Birmingham. If you're just joining us, Brandon Birmingham gets his second goal of this campaign for Ireland. And that's one thing that both teams have been lacking in this year. They've only scored 2 goals each in this campaign.
Yeah, and I think that will change. And I still see a lot about the Welsh. They're very, very game lads. They're shouting at each other, getting onto each other in good ways. I like the 10. I like their strength in the middle of the park, the 16. They're bigger lads than some of the Irish, and it'll be interesting. I think if they have the fitness to keep going for the 90, or enough of them have, I think it'll be a long game for the Irish.
That's a clearance that time by the captain of Ireland, Josh Honohan. Going to be a throw into Wales though. Oliver Lansley just kicks it out, and heading out to take it is Dylan Rees-Jones. You can just hear the Irish coaches right down below us, William O'Connor and Horgan, shouting their orders to his team.
Yeah, and I'd put my life on it that Wales will not score from this, because the work the boys are doing on the training ground to make sure nothing happens.
Didn't clear the first man. Positions. It's disappointing when you're looking for a long throw, but it doesn't clear the first man. Touch right on the 18-yard box there. The goalkeeper quick off his line, and he takes responsibility for that one. Cleary now looking for a quick kick forward. There's a chance lovely for Colin O'Reilly to get in on it. The goalkeeper comes out again. Kelly looking to get goalward, and a great block by the Trevor Williams, who comes back to cover up once again.
I can't put my finger on it, Sam, but maybe the starting position of the Welsh centre halves isn't quite right, because it seems to be one ball can take them out.
Taylor Williams has had a busy start to the game here. He's been kept very busy by Colin Kelly. The 2 number 11s are going to have a tremendous battle at home form this evening. Long stretch ball forward again by Beaumont. That's well cut out. The goalkeeper again quick off his line. And Wales just can't string together 2 or 3 passes. Yeah,
they just where they need to take a touch down, even the 16 there needs to take a touch and even risk losing it, but take a touch and stay on it.
Colin Kelly, he spreads the play to the left side now for Josh Honohan. Honohan inside for O'Keefe. Now O'Keefe, busy player ahead this time. That's been cut out, and again O'Keefe with getting his foot in there. There doesn't seem to be much off him, but he certainly isn't afraid to get involved.
No, and when he makes a mistake, he sort of almost makes up for it straight away with making sure nothing happens.
That's a great play by Birmingham. It's been flagged down again by the linesman, and that's going to be a throw in to Wales. Ireland versus Wales is the last game in the Centenary Shield this year. Northern Ireland with the win last week against Ireland 3-1 up in Belfast, and they were crowned champions this year. Republic of Ireland last year, and going forward, Paddy, it's been as I say, with having so many different players available, and these kids looking to make that next step up, it does give a big opportunity for some of the kids to come forward next year as well, because it's a very young side for Ireland.
It does, yeah, and it's nearly cup football, like, you know, much and all as both teams are out, can't win it. You know, every match is almost a cup game in itself.
Well, here comes Ross Tierney now. Tierney spread to the outside, just offside again. Birmingham looking across that line, and that's probably a mistake on his part. But Ross Tierney is certainly a live wire in this game. It was, you said about him before the game, Paddy, and he's certainly playing his part.
Yeah, I teach up the road myself in Trinity Comprehensive in Ballymun. Ross's family nearly all came to the school, but he was too posh, so he went down the road to St. Aidan's in Whitehall. So we missed out on that in our school.
He's basically playing a home game, isn't he?
Yeah.
Long ball forward again, this time by Green. Flicked on by Lansley, but it's out for a throw into Ireland. O'Reilly taking responsibility again for the men in green. Looking for a short throw. Throws it inside to Kelly. Kelly.
Oh, that's lovely from Kelly.
Lovely touch to O'Keefe. Back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly. Long ball forward. Well cut out that time by Jenkins, but there's a foot race here. That's cleared by the right back that time. Scott Butler flicked on by Lansley, Hampson, and O'Reilly battling for it. And a good smart play again by O'Reilly. Cleary. Long kick forward. Well controlled by Jones. He's going to be getting a free kick going his way. Doherty just adjudged to been all over the back of him on that occasion, and there's going to be a free kick to Wales.
Yeah, a little bit soft, but at least Jones was brave enough to try stay on the ball and won the foul on the back of that. And while it's not a great angle for a delivery or that, it might still give Wales a bit of heart if they get something from this.
So a free kick, they're sending their big man up from centre. Beaumont. Off the forward, the 12-yard spot that goes the whole way through the goalkeeper. The Welsh manager, Mark Lloyd-Williams, down below us here, screaming for a penalty.
I didn't see what he was looking for there, but I do know, and I think you spotted it earlier, the ground is a little bit moist in front of the keeper, and 90 minutes won't go by without one of the keepers making a handling error. There's just a little bit of dampness in the air, and the ground is a little bit tufty, so I think keepers will have to be very careful. I
was down on the pitch at the start of the game. We were conducting the interviews with William O'Connor and Mark Lloyd-Williams, and that right in front of the goal there in the 6-yard box at this left end has been completely returfed, so I'm not too sure if that's maybe taking a bit of the sting out of the ball heading towards the goalkeeper as well.
Okay, and I know the ground staff here, and they do a wonderful job, but it's a busy venue. It's even hosting the under-17 Euros coming up as well, and it will be in good condition, but no pitch is perfect. This is I sense a little bit of danger here now.
Well, there's quite a few of the big boys up for Wales. They're going to left foot this one right to the back post. Well controlled by Hampson. Hampson certainly been an impressive player, but he spreads that the whole way back again to the big centre, big right back, Scott Butler. Butler, he can't find the red jersey. There's a chance here now for numbers going forward for Ireland. Lovely touch to the outside by Ellison. Ellison ahead to Tierney. Tierney tries to drive to the byline. That's come off the foot of Tierney. Good defending work there by Butler, and it's going to be a goal kick to Wales.
Yeah, and good refereeing, to be fair, as well. Yeah, it did take a nick off Tierney's foot. But I just feel Wales have lost their way just a little bit. I think sometimes 3 at the back is perfect for playing out, but because you're up against one man really, Birmingham, and then Tierney's playing behind that. And Vickery could nearly occupy Tierney with his runs, which allows 3 lads play out against one. And Wales are not doing it. They're not even looking to do it from now. And I think if they could play themselves back into the game if they wanted.
Well, I don't think I've mentioned Toby Vickery's name until just now through this game, so that just means the game may be bypassing him in this first 20 minutes. Anyway, Beaumont, he makes the clearance. Ireland with a throw in the Welsh half. Ellison with that cross for Colin Kelly. Big opportunity just before the penalty early on. That ball a little bit too far ahead, but it's a great bit of work that time again by Doherty. Doherty eventually finds to Ellison once again. Inside this time for Tierney. Tierney, lovely touch with the right foot. He's looking to shoot from distance. Didn't miss by much, and again Tierney looking to be positive at every opportunity he gets.
Yeah, he's had a big influence on the game, to be fair, and I'd say Kelly's enjoying it out there as well. I think Birmingham Kelly, I haven't seen as much as Clark, but maybe he's on the far side of the pitch and sometimes you're not as aware when he's that far away. But Clark is from Boyne Community School in Trim and Mead and playing with Drogheda, and he's a flyer also.
Green now again with a big clearance. O'Reilly up first, gets a touch on it, lovely control by Hampson. Hampson feeds it down the left wing once again. Jones on the ball, lovely spread of the play into the middle of the park once again for Beaumont. Beaumont striding forward, feeds it to the right for Butler. Butler now hesitated, he's been closed down very quickly. Lancy looking to get on it, but that's a good bit of defence work by Honohan, and the captain taking responsibility there for Ireland once again.
Yeah, and Wales were building up nicely again, and normally when Rhys Jones is on it, a few passes happen on the back of that, even again now, and I wouldn't be surprised at some stage if Jones had to drop back and play in the centre of the park, because they're not building up from there, they're only building up when they get higher up.
Vickery looking to spread the play. Hampson again gets a touch, and again Doherty taking the space away from him. Kelly has the space taken away on that opportunity. Hampson trying to get on his bike, but that ball a little bit too far ahead by Dyer. O'Reilly has time to turn. O'Reilly out to the outside again, tracking back by Dyer, feeds it inside for Birmingham. Birmingham a little bit behind him, and a long ball forward for Lansley to turn and go back on as he just tagged up there from the offside position. That big centre forward, Oliver Lansley, would probably remind you of a certain centre forward called Peter Crouch.
I was just waiting for maybe he has a dance. He might have the dance ready for later on.
We'll have to keep
but
an eye on that one.
I think he'd prefer to get on the end of something rather than the ball being played straight up to him.
Tierney now, another through ball for Birmingham. The goalkeeper again quick off his line, and that's outside. He's going to be in danger here. This could be a decision for the referee to make. He's already got a yellow card. The ball went out over the line. Technically that's a yellow card.
Yeah, I think he's been nice because it's schools. And I think you're right, Simon. I think that probably was a yellow card because the keeper knew what he was doing. He did prevent a good chance, so I think he's a little bit lucky there.
Very aggressive from the goalkeeper, not afraid to come off that line, which I like as a goalkeeper as well. As a defender, you want the goalkeeper to take responsibility and come out and clear the ball as quickly as possible. But again, another opportunity in a dangerous position for Republic of Ireland. Ross Tierney having a look there I think he might take a shot here. The way he's looking at that net.
Clark is also free beside him.
Tierney, right-footed, and it's just lofted over the top, and just Horgan down below us here. Wee bit disappointed with the production coming out from Tierney.
Yeah, I sometimes like two men over those balls myself because one lad on it can just get a bit too cocky or do the wrong thing. Sometimes I think he needs a second voice in his ear. But he'd probably do better on the next one, you'll find.
I can hear the players right down in front of us here, and there seems to be more talking coming from the Irish lads as well, which is a positive on that aspect. Communication is a very important part.
Yeah. You can never underestimate what encouragement or driving on can do to any of us. So I think Wales have gone a little bit quieter, and they need the 10 and the 6. To me, they're the players who start the game, who start playing with the ball. And here's Reece Jones on it again now, and they need those players. He's lost it there, commentator's course, but he's still fine. He's back on it.
Well, he did well to come back, but unfortunately adjudged to make a foul, and it's going to be a free kick for Ireland. Kelly flicks the ball back to Niall O'Keefe. O'Keefe going to take responsibility from De La Salle College in Waterford. You talk about the makeup of players and the stature of the big centre halves here in the Welsh outfit. A lot of the players nowadays seem to be 5'6", 5'7", and with very, very skillful players. And now O'Keefe for me has certainly stood out in the first 25 minutes of this game.
Yeah, and he's already played senior for Waterford a couple of times, and above all, he's a confident personality. He's abrasive, and I think he has no problem with confidence. I think he has no problem with being calm when he gets the ball back. He's no problem with concentration. He's just all around sort of mentally very, very good.
Another free kick to Wales here. They're looking to put this ball into the box. There's been a couple of occasions when their distribution hasn't been as good, but that's a good cross coming in right on the end of it, but not much danger for Cleary, and he takes a big grasp of the ball. Yeah,
you'd like to see someone whip one in on top of the keeper there. It's a slower clip and it needs more power from the header, so I'm not sure if the right men are standing over the set pieces for Wales.
Good spread of play here the whole way out to Matthew O'Reilly. O'Reilly cuts inside, just caught there by Hampson, but the play continues. Feeds it ahead to Kelly, who's looking to jump up into the play. Lovely back heel. Tierney with a shot, and a good save by the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that was moving the match, to be fair to them.
There's the coaches are on the pitch here. Lovely ball through, and quick reaction there by William O'Connor. Big centre half now striding out from his own ends. Keith Carter feeds to the right side. Lovely touch on for Tierney to play. Tierney right footed, tries to get in, and a great tackle once again from Taylor Williams. Another corner kick for Ireland.
Yeah, Kelly is getting a tiny bit too much space, and so is Tierney.
It looks as if Taylor Williams certainly needs a bit of help back there as well. He's not getting much protection from Hampson. Hampson seems to be a very attack-minded player, and he's the furthest man up the pitch here, and that certainly isn't helping Williams on that occasion. Short ball, feeds it inside. That's a really smart move again. Kelly Comes off him, and it's going to go out for another corner kick, but smart play from Ireland.
Yeah, and I can see, Ollie Horgan smart is on that, and they might be trying something different now. The big Josh Honan has gone in, and they might just have something else up their sleeve here. We'll see now.
Colin Kelly, left-footed, gets it into the box. Goalkeeper quick off his line. That's a great take by the goalkeeper. Eric Green getting a little bit of confidence back in after a patchy start, I think it's probably easy to say for the Welsh goalkeeper.
Yeah, but he's probably been busier than he's had to be, that he should have been, Simon. He's had to take on a lot of responsibility. I think the Wales middle three haven't quite closed the thread of Tierney and the odd ball, and it seems to be that 2 or 3 passes take the 3 centre halves out, and Eric Green is paying the cost for that.
Tristan Jenkins, he's going to take the throw here. The last time they had the throw in from that side of the pitch itself was a disappointing end for the men in red. Good track back again by Clark. He's under pressure, and Jones outnumbered in the corner. He's taken down. The referee deems fairly. O'Keefe with the clearance, but it's been given away, and there's a chance here for Butler to drive forward into the box, and that's just a little bit too far ahead of his forward who's moving in. It's going out for a throw in. Sorry, my apologies, a goal kick.
Yeah, they're not quite in a rhythm. It's like they're not enjoying the game as much as Ireland. When Ireland get on, it seems to be enjoying it a fraction bit better.
You get these days now that the goalkeeper's looking to, you would talk about, I mean, I was away last week, I was telling you before the game, Manchester City versus Spurs, and Man City looked to play out from the back every single time, and it's sort of working its way down to different skill levels, and clear in this occasion is going to have to clear right up to the centre red line. Yeah. I think you have to strike a balance, to be fair. I think it's great to see, but you don't like a lad, you still like a lad making his own decision as well. Good little switching going on here from the throws down in front of us between Kelly and Tierney, and then Birmingham comes into the space. Nice play by Birmingham, little nutmeg there by O'Reilly, good cut out by Hampson. Lansley touched it back, well taken by Vickery. Vickery spreads the play to Butler. Butler now has space to run into, feeds it inside to Jones. Jones with a giveaway once again. There's going to be a tackle right on the halfway line. O'Keefe and Docherty try to combine, and Wales again give it away just that little bit too easily, but a good back track here by Hampson, putting O'Reilly under pressure. O'Reilly driving forward. Birmingham just coming back, and then for a big lad up playing up front on his own, he's got a really good touch. Cleared by Williams. Honahan ahead to O'Keefe. O'Keefe dipsy doodles inside, well cut out by Vickery. Jones, it's a real battle in the centre of that park.
Yeah, it is, yeah, and it is no one quite coming out on top, except I suppose the scoreline has suggested that Ireland are, but there is a good battle going on in there.
Tierney losing his footing. Birmingham coming back to support the midfield. O'Reilly inside for O'Keefe. O'Keefe just taking that little look over his shoulder, make sure he's got that space, and gives it to Honahan. Josh Honahan.
This is where the formation now might hurt Wales just a little bit, because they get space out wide. Okay, the cross comes in and there's no one there.
Delivery wasn't good enough on that occasion. Eric Green looking to make a quick ball forward. Honahan with a great defensive header and a nice bit of skill in the middle of the park that time by Dyer. Dyer back for Williams. Williams gets the head up, lefts it down the left side, and again big centre half doing well. I think
that's hurting. I don't know what you think, Simon, but I think that's hurting Wales when they go forward that quickly.
There's not enough support up for Nancy to get the ball back to. He might be good on a touch from the big man coming forward, but when he's not getting the midfielders coming up and pushing ahead, it's difficult for him. Kelly again. Colin Kelly inside for Tierney. Tierney, there's a lot of space. Hesitates, gives out to Kelly. Kelly with a quick shot, and the goalkeeper with an easy save.
And I think the keeper should hold it here. I think the keeper should relax and hold it here, put it on the ground. And I think you need someone to be brave now, some young fella to be brave, some manager to be brave, because if this goes long in the air, Ireland will be back on the ball within 7 or 8 seconds.
He must have heard you, Paddy. That's a loft forward. O'Reilly well up, flicked on by O'Keefe. Nice touch again by Tierney. Tierney couldn't find a green shirt, and Wales again loft that one forward, well cleared by O'Reilly. O'Reilly certainly having a battle on this right side, right in front of us with Hampson. And there's the two at it once again. Hampson back for Dyer. Nudged ahead. O'Doherty looking to get a hold of it. And O'Keefe managed to clear to the halfway line once again. A little bit of head tennis going on. Halfway through, 32 minutes into the game now. 1-0 to Ireland. A penalty by Brandon Birmingham, and it was when we look back at that penalty as well, it was the way he dispatched that into the bottom corner was very, very professional as well.
Yes, it was. And to be fair, the penalty was almost a pattern of the game. Little runs in behind the centre halves, and that's what led to the penalty, and that's where Ireland have got their best chances from.
Jack Doherty, lovely ball for Clark to give chase, and well cut out by Jenkins. Clark to switch positions this time and come over to the right side. Going to be a throw in to Ireland once again. 12 minutes to go in the first half. Ireland 1, Wales 0.
Yeah, I'd love to see Williams, Jenkins, Beaumont just get the ball on the ground just a little bit more and stretch Ireland a bit more and relax into the game a little bit.
Colin Kelly now. Kelly puts it in. Chance for Kelly again to spread the play. Dara Allison can't control that. Gives chase and it just goes out and just a little, maybe took his eye off the ball on that occasion. Going to be a throw in for Wales.
But I think something you spotted earlier, I think players have started slipping, the ball has started running a little bit. I don't know whether a little bit of dew is set in or not, but the slightly wet ground might be a factor as the evening goes on.
Carter now feeds it through, well cut out by Vickery, and a nice tackle again by Jack Doherty. Birmingham on his horse, feeds it to the right side, tries to get the better of Vickery. Right footed, Brandon Birmingham leads it back inside for Kelly. Kelly now, really smart player, gets past the midfielder of Darren on that occasion. Jenkins comes out, takes responsibility, and he puts a long ball forward for Lancey to give chase, and that's well cut out once again by Josh Hanahan. He seems to be controlling his centre halves and his defensive unit as a group. Lovely 1-2 there. Ross Tierney feeds it through. Birmingham, he's in behind the goalkeeper, takes a shot, and that's a great finish.
Amazing, yeah.
Brandon Birmingham gets his second goal of the game, but again, Ross Tierney with a great through ball.
Yeah, Ross Tierney was like lightning there, and there was a little ball around the corner and he got it back and he strode on then. I don't know who played him that little ball, but he was patient, and Birmingham is well onside I think on that one. The penalty decision I wasn't 100% sure, but that's great play by Ireland. Great play.
Birmingham, he's got 2 on his goal scoring record tonight now, and another great finish. Goalkeeper come out of his line very quickly as well, and that's a great angle from behind from the cameraman. That's pitch level and slots it low to the goalkeeper's left.
I'll have to change my 2-2 prediction anyway.
Well, it's not over yet, Paddy. It's not over yet.
Well, I think you watch here now, they're going long again, and I think they should turn around and go back. And if you look down in front of me in half to my right, there's 5 Welsh players, including the keeper, and 1 Irish player, and you can play out from the back with that. But if you go too long too early, you're just asking for trouble.
Ross Tierney takes a touch.
Now, they need to go back, not forward here, Wales.
Well, they're looking to get the jump on it again. Hanahan puts the foot in, a good fair tackle. Butler strides inside, a lovely tackle again, this time by Jack Doherty. Tierney, everything's ahead of him, tries to feed it through. That's well cut out for Williams.
This is where they need to start again and not go long.
Williams has probably been the best player for Wales, and he's been kept the busiest.
Yes.
I think that's a fair comment.
Yes.
Taylor Williams with a good start. Menai College in Wales, and he's been kept very, very busy by Colin Kelly, and that through ball seems to be coming from Ross Tierney on more than 3 or 4 occasions.
I think Wales now need to turn around and start back, and enjoy the game a little bit more.
Hampson offside. He's a tricky little winger here on this left side. Jake Hampson from Moldallen high. Kelly again being put under pressure. Just a little bit of a nudge there, but tries to get him off balance.
I think if this was Ireland in reverse roles now, I wouldn't be giving out about the Irish management because they might hear it, but I would definitely, because I don't know the Welsh management, I think they're not helping. I really think they need to step up. I don't know them, I hope they don't listen, but I think they...
Colin Kelly feeds it inside, a little bit behind Birmingham on that occasion.
We've got to pass out here. The Irish have 7 back against 1. You've got to start again and go back the odd time.
Josh Hanahan has certainly had a really good game here.
Yes, you're right. He's sort of commanding it back there, and quite a bit has started from him there.
Lovely play again by that man, Tierney. Ross Tierney. He's got 3 Welshmen round him. There's it back to O'Keefe. O'Keefe for Carter. Carter now. Lovely ball out to the left wing. James Clark had come back to cover the space. He drives inside now. James Clark, lovely enough forward. Birmingham, left footed this time, tries to feed it through. A great save by the goalkeeper, but he's been flagged offside, and that's the occasion. And as a forward, you're playing on the tails of the last defender, and he does a great job. Just unfortunately for offside for him.
And a very, very tight, very tight. You'd love to see that in a slow-mo from the side, but he is gambling a lot, and it is paying off for Ireland, no question. That run off the shoulder you're talking about is paying off.
Brandon Birmingham has been capped at under 17 level by Northern Ireland, and he's chosen to come down and play for the schools in the Centenary Shield in the Republic as well. So a talking point, and we talked about that before the game as well, and he's certainly, Ireland, I think you're going to benefit from that, because he's been a really good start here for Birmingham.
Yeah.
Ball through, well cut out this time by Beaumont. Beaumont striding forward, but again the distribution from Wales after maybe winning the ball hasn't been great.
I agree with you, yeah.
Doherty now, lovely play again. Here comes Ross Tierney. Tierney outnumbered, but feeds the ball forward. That's going to go the whole way through to the goalkeeper, and you can see that he's disappointed with himself in that ball as well.
You can, and you can almost feel that Ireland, from a Welsh point of view, are enjoying it too much, because they're playing very, very well. And the Welsh management team, I don't want to be too harsh, and haven't done anything to nullify where Ireland are playing well.
Hampson now drives in, well cut out by Honaghan, and he's helped out by Doherty, who drops back to give support. Doherty, middle of the park, out to the left side now, the right side, sorry, by Matthew O'Reilly. O'Reilly takes the touch, feeds it across to the left wing for Ellison, who nudged it ahead. This is lovely football by Ireland. One touch, gets a touch from James Clark. He feeds it in. He's maybe going to skip off the surface and go out for a goal kick. But again, a lovely bit of movement there by the men in green.
Yeah, and they're buzzing now, and it's coming up to the half now. You'd really hope that they get another goal, because these matches with young fellas change in second halves. I'm sure the Welsh management team will change things around. They might change Rhys Jones, they might go forward at the back. And while you think they might need 3 to cope with Birmingham and Tierney, I don't think they do. I think part of the problem here is with Wales themselves.
Well, they've only got 4 substitute on the bench as well, so I'm actually not sure how many subs you're allowed to use. Is it only 3?
No, I'd be surprised if you can't use 5 now. Jesus, I could be wrong on that.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
That's
myself.
a pity they've only 4 subs. I don't like seeing that, because that means there's a couple of kids back in Wales who are strong enough to be in the first 18 for Wales and an international. I think they should be over here. Now, budget constraints and everything, I understand that, but I think that's a pity. I also think that long ball's a pity as well. Now, that
well
fella's a
controlled.
flyer, he made brilliant, but
Yeah, Hampson's
still,
a good player.
it doesn't get you in a rhythm, Whereas this pass here, that gets you in a rhythm. And you just play it to feet if you can, that's grand.
Scott Butler comes inside, doesn't have much support ahead of him, feeds it through to Lansley though. Lansley with a touch, and again Dyer steps in, there's it back to Beaumont. Ahead to Lansley. Lansley's having to come deeper to get the ball. Little drop back for Vickery. This is better football from Wales.
Definitely.
Beaumont takes a touch, tries to feed it inside, a whistle, and maybe an opportunity here to get a good delivery into the box.
Yeah, and you'd like to see a left-footed lad. I know it sounds like I want Wales to do better, but you just get frustrated, because they are young fellas and there's probably a lot of football in them. And I think if this is a clipped one in now, it's poor. I'd prefer to see a whip land in the top of the keeper. I think Ireland will cope with this.
Well, right-footed from the right side. 8 players forward for Wales. And again, not beating the first man. His coach will be disappointed with that.
Yeah, but it might be, to be fair, it might be down to the coach. The wrong lads might be standing on the set pieces. You just don't know.
Green with a long ball forward, cut out by Doherty. Come back for coverage this time is Jones, and he sends it back to Taylor Williams. Williams the whole way back to the goalkeeper. This is what you talked about earlier, Paddy, just slowing things down, taking a touch and using your goal. Taking it back right the whole way back if you have to.
And go back again now, because you can keep the Irish. You can keep that's working out for them.
Yeah, there's a lovely ball forward. A little bit of a luck. Tristan Jenkins now. Jenkins tries to get it onto his left foot, lays it back to the corner of the 18-yard box. Tries to get it in. Well cut out again by Ellison. Goes out to Jenkins once again. Butler inside. Again, coming back to the halfway line. Jenkins on that occasion is Lee Jenkins to
And
Williams.
I think now Hampson will be calmer and will get the ball in a better position when the ball is on the ground.
Williams, Hampson looks for a little give and go. Lansley can't get it into his feet, and again, Jack Doherty doing a great job just to disrupt the play. Looks to just get the ball, lays it off, nice and simple, and gives an opportunity for Ireland. Again, takes the sting out of things.
Yeah. I don't know, I fell into that same trap as management too. It's if you're not sure what to do, give out about the referee. But I think management, we have to be better to help the young fellas playing. And I see the Welsh management there hammering the referee, but they have other issues to solve, I think. Tierney is flying, O'Keefe is flying.
Absolutely. Two of the smaller players on the pitch. And
that's a good point, Simon.
They just, I'm just watching this here now. This is a big thing, but the young lad O'Keefe just reminds me of Paul Scholes. Every time you get him, he just looks over his shoulder to make sure he's got a bit of space.
Yeah.
And what a player Paul Scholes was.
Not bad.
He was half decent.
And if he had been Irish, he might have gone into the Irish not first 11, but one of the squads.
He just couldn't get into that English squad at all. I just don't understand that at all. But anyway, let's continue on with this one. That's again a mistake that time by Tristan Jenkins. Well cut out by Williams on that occasion. And as we approach the half-time mark, just a minute and a half to go here. Kelly, just a little look over his shoulder. He's got O'Reilly down the right side, feeds it out, and O'Reilly with a lovely touch. He's kept the space taken away from him by Williams, but he drives inside. Matthew O'Reilly ahead to Tierney. Little touch back to Doherty. Good control here by Ireland once again. Honaghan to the left side for Ellison. Ellison now finds Clark. Again using the whole width of the pitch. Feeds it inside. Birmingham made an early run, and that's well read that time by Lee Jenkins. Scott Butler has to go the whole way back to his goalkeeper, who clears. And when you loft that ball forward, there's a little bit of time and space, and a lovely little skillful touch right on the halfway line by Matthew O'Reilly. O'Keefe strides past Hampson easily to Doherty now. Maybe one last chance for Ireland to push forward. Doherty he actually faked to get the shot away there. It's going to go the whole way through. Looking for a through ball to Birmingham, and it's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, and I think you could have been right. It was a chance for Ireland because there was sort of Welsh heads dropping. Even in the last 30 seconds, it was almost noticeable. They're just tiring a little bit, and I think the manager will need to sort of kid them into that they have been good enough, because they haven't, and they'll need to change shape, maybe change personnel, just to change the dynamic away this game has panned out.
Well, we're into the injury time. The whistle goes. The half-time score here at home farm. Ireland 2, Wales 0, and a thoroughly deserved 2-0 lead.
Yeah, you have to. And everything that happened after the goal as well, showed why it was deserved.
Well, we're going to take a short break here, and we'll be back to join you for the second half in about 12 minutes' time. Get yourself a cup of tea and a rich tea, and we'll see you shortly.
What I think it is when you're writing with it, the ink's coming out with that end. So when you go to write with it, space. Yeah.
Welcome back to Home Farm Football Club, the second half for the Republic of Ireland versus Wales. A few minutes to get underway. 2-0 for the Republic of Ireland after 45 minutes. My name is Simon Kitchen, delighted to be joined by Paddy O'Reilly. Paddy, I think it's fair to say a dominant first half by Ireland.
Yeah, they found spaces and just here in front of us in around the centre circle, and young Tierney led Birmingham through plenty amount of chances, one of which led to the penalty. And a yellow card. I think people were probably a little bit lucky not to pick up a second yellow card, but it's understandable in a school's international that he wouldn't get it. But down in front of us, Colin Kelly, the Galway United, who's also made his debut for Galway senior team, has been very, very busy. Clark, who's played for the Drogheda team on the other side, hasn't been so busy, but I don't think he's playing poorly. I think it's just the way the game has gone. Young O'Keefe, who's played for Watford, he's flying. It'll be interesting to see if Wales stick with the same formation and the same personnel coming out in the second half.
Well, the Republic of Ireland are making a substitute here at half time. Matthew O'Reilly took a knock towards the end of the first half, coming off, and Lee McLaughlin coming on to take that place at right back. Wales now are going to be making 3 substitutes. They're changing their goalkeeper, and Gardner is coming on to replace Eric Green. Also Pascoe and Wilson. Actually, there's 4 substitutes being drafted up, and these 4 youngsters that are coming on look very, very, very young for the Welsh side as well.
If you've joined us on television, Wales are starting the second half with 7 players.
They'll not blow the whistle just yet, but yeah, they're going to be making 4 substitutes. So Catton, Wilson, Gardner and Pascoe are all coming on. 21 is coming off for 18. So that's Tristan Jenkins coming off. So this is going to be a little bit of slow coming into the second half for us up in the comedy box here. Looks as if number 7, which is Jack Wilson, who's coming on to replace Jake Hampson. There's Hampson. Hampson's still on the pitch. We'll try and work out who is being replaced as we go along, but definitely 7's coming onto the pitch. 16 seems to have been switched up. It's disappointing when we can't see the board from where we're standing here at the minute, Paddy.
Yeah.
Well, we're off and running here for the second half. Tierney, he's pushed over. Referee says no. And I think that's a good shout for a penalty.
Yeah, it was strong defending, to be fair. It happened further out the pitch, the free might be given, but I can understand the referee not giving the penalty. It was a little slight push with it, the outside of the arm, I thought, and not quick enough. Maybe in the Premiership they might have given it.
Yeah, Jack Wilson looks as if he's taken up from Joe Dwyer. Jack Pascoe is taken up from Tristan Jenkins, and a big tackle there right in the middle of the park. And a newcomer coming into the pitch would be another substitute in Charlie Catton. So he gets a free kick for his team, and Wales with a chance to loft one in towards the 18-yard box now, Paddy.
Yeah, I think the angle for these free kicks is very, very poor. I don't think you can, I think I'd be amazed if Wales get something from this. Now, they're big lads and all that, but
looking for an overhead kick from Beaumont on that occasion.
I just think that, I don't know, I think that you need to be better organised than that, and I wouldn't be blaming the young fellas for that.
You think about maybe getting the guy out wide and whipping one in?
Absolutely. And even putting the guy out wide would at least bring someone out of the box, and there'd be more space in there if he did decide to go in. I still haven't figured out the changes for Wales yet, but it looks like they've gone with a straight 2 up front, maybe with Wilson, who's come in. And has big Lansley gone off?
Lansley's gone off, yep. So he's been, looks as if Wilson and Catton are going to be playing up front. Wilson now on the ball, driving the 18-yard box, feeds it inside, nice foot in the lane. There's a handball. The referee with the hand up, but whistled for offside. I think he maybe got a little bit lucky there for Ireland, because there was definitely a handball in the box.
So I think
just see the replay here.
Strange one, because he's offside there, obviously. And he takes a touch, yeah, to be fair, it was a strange one because it was probably lax defending, but he was offside, the right call was made.
You can just hear Ollie Corrigan down below us here, getting them out of the way. And it is when they switch ends and the switch sides, you get more players coming to this side of the pitch as well. And you're just trying to pick them up. Lovely touch by Birmingham now. A little bit of touch from behind. Nice ball forward, controlled. Give and go there. Drops it in behind him. On that occasion is well cleared. Unfortunately, James Clark. There's a foot race here. Wilson up against Hanahan. Hanahan doing a great job defensively and doing a smart play and just kicking out for a throw in.
Yeah. And he's a different challenge to face now, Hanahan, and he's done very, very well. And I think he'd be up for that because he'll already have realised that Wilson has a bit of pace about him and he'd have faced less of that in the first half. So the 19 and the 7 for Wales have come on and they look a little bit lively up there, but too early to judge.
There's a throw in into the box, well cleared again by Hanahan. Looks to feed it outside. Tierney making a nuisance of himself once again, but he gives the ball away. Wilson gets one into the box, cleared again by Hanahan, and out for another corner. There's a man down, and Beaumont looks as if he's going to need a bit of treatment here from the physio.
What's the 19's name, Simon?
19 for Wales is Catton. It's Charlie Catton. He's back on his feet. No, there's going to be a corner kick to the right side. Hampson now. Hampson taking responsibility. Right-footed into the 18-yard box. Well cleared again. That time by Tierney. Colin Kelly. Kelly. Lovely bit of skill in Titan. Feeds it inside. This is great play again by Ireland. Lovely play forward. Birmingham gets it. Little foot in there. Nice bit of skill.
Yeah, that's Clark. That's Clark doing well there.
James Clark and a free kick again to Ireland. Ellison gives it to Clark. Clark down the left wing. He's taken a tackle. The play continues and it's going to go out for another goal kick.
And the amount of Welsh set pieces that have hit the front man, and I always think that's a sign that maybe he should have a forward run across the front man, even sacrifice himself and get across the front man, because quite often at every level the free taker either under hits it or the corner taker under hits it, and to cut out that, maybe get a man running across the front man, and that might help.
Long ball forward by the goalkeeper, which replaced Eric Green. Eric Green now replaced on that occasion by Sean Gardner. Gardner under pressure, and there's a good bit of play by Birmingham. Birmingham on the left wing. He's already got 2 goals to the good on his favour. Looking to try and get it onto his right foot. You can see it as his positive free score. He scored 2 goals. Right footed, fade inside for Doherty to give chase. Doherty has a space taken away from him on that occasion by Catton, who comes back to help out his defenders. And slowed down by Williams. Williams, as I say, we talked about Taylor Williams in the first half. Potentially Wales' best player, even though they're 2-0 down.
Yeah.
Lovely bit of play here now. Here comes Butler. Butler, right footed, tries to feed into the box. Well cut out by the left back on that occasion is Dara Ellison. And he's caught one up. I can just see him trying to catch his breath.
It's a good break by the Welsh right wing back. And again, I don't like to see this. I don't like the only option is long throw in, because it puts every defender ready to defend it. Pretend to go short, go long. Pretend to go long, go short. But don't just do the obvious thing.
Just look where the Welsh managers right down below us calling for a penalty there. What's your view on that, Paddy?
Nah, I don't think so. I think they should call for variation on their own throw-ins.
Well, I think I've got on top of these substitution. We'll bring those to you in just a few minutes' time. Actually, we'll bring it to you now because it's out for offside. So the goalkeeper Eric Green has been replaced by Gardner. Jack Pascoe has replaced Tristan Jenkins, and Joe Dyer has been replaced by Wilson, and Lansley has been replaced by Catton. So looks as if they've moved the 2 up front, and it looks as if it's Wilson and Catton, and then they're going to play 4-1-3-2, same as what Ireland are playing. And the other thing about it is they only have 4 subs, so they've used all their subs.
Okay, yeah, and that will count as well. There will be more goals, I think, Simon, in this game, and I think Ireland will be responsible for a few of them. I think Ireland will go on and score 1 or 2 now. As long as they stay in good habits, because it's a strange time of the game. Once you hit 55, 60 minutes, there's a silly foul waiting to happen. Lads are a little bit tired. Fella makes a mistake at the edge of his own box. So it's a time for a game where, you know, young fellas, their concentration mightn't be as good as the sort of more senior professional.
Well, the delay in the throw-in taken there was Honan, who was getting treatment. He was off the pitch and he's running back on here now. Gardner, the second half goalkeeper for Wales, with a long ball forward. Vickery gets the head on the end of that one. Lovely touch by O'Keefe. He's under pressure from Jones. Jones in the lovely move forward. He's under pressure again by Tierney, and Tierney adjudged to have fouled, and there seems to be a little bit more urgency here from France, I think, at the start of the second half.
Yeah, no, there is. There's a bit of the wide men are attacking for Wales, and I still haven't figured out if at the back or 3 at the back and playing 2 wing backs, or whether it's gone 4 at the back.
Well, Butler was playing right back, and he's sitting, looks as if he's towards the centre half. That's going the long ball forward up into the air. Now the back post, there's a touch at the end. It's hit home by Lee Jenkins, and we're back to 2-1. Nice finish from the big centre half.
Absolutely, yeah. And the keeper ended up misreading it down on his knees very early or something. It just looked, I'd say it ran away from him a little bit. And Wales probably always had the potential to do that.
You talked about it on numerous occasions. Is the delivery getting into the box? The big substitute to come on there, Charlie Catton, rose higher than any defender, got the ball and knocked it down. But it's a really good finish from the centre half.
Yeah.
There's a chance here now for Wilson to give chase. Hanan doing a great job defensively. Spins thing around, sends it ahead to Ellison. Ellison now, he tries to nudge it ahead, and it goes the whole way through to Gardner in Wales' 18-yard box. But again, a lovely chance there, and they pulled it back to 2. And you did say 2-2 at the start of the game, in fairness.
Yeah, but I still think there's more goals in Ireland if they just stay in good habits, because I haven't seen enough about the Welsh to be in really good habits yet that they can go on and draw or win this game. So I'm changing my prediction from 2-2 to a win for Ireland. But I just feel that Wales still aren't doing all the things right. Now this might put them in better stead. The first time in the game I've seen someone throw the ball back to the keeper, I thought that was sensible. There was a better delivery there from the free kick. If they don't keep going with long throw-ins, and the centre halves, particularly Beaumont and Jenkins, are a little bit calmer on the ball, I think there's a game on, but I have yet to be convinced.
Well, there was a clash of heads there on that occasion, and the physios are on, giving the boys a much needed bit of time and space. You can never be careful, or never be too careful on that occasion with head collisions. Wilson's only onto the pitch, and he's been a real bit of a bright spark in the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, it's a different problem up there now. I thought, to be fair to the Welsh lad, Lansley, I thought he was brave in the first half, getting on the ball in deep positions when he was needed. But I think now they've 2 lively lads who are running in behind the Irish and probably posing slightly different challenges for the Irish back four.
You don't see this very often, a 50-50 ball.
No, you don't, no.
Real battled in it, and it's won forward by Docherty all the way through to Gardner, who tries to clear. It's brought down by Tierney. Lovely bit of skill to try and create a bit of space for himself. He's in behind now as he feeds it through to Birmingham. Brandon Birmingham on the left wing in the 18-yard box, looking for a bit of help. Looks for a back door, and a good bit of defensive work there, and well picked up by the goalkeeper.
Tierney had pulled away to the edge of the box there. There was a good pull back on. They have a good understanding. They both play with Bohemians. Now they wouldn't get into the Bows first team, obviously they're playing 19s Bows, but Bows are riding high after their as a club in the Irish Premier Division, so it's a great club for those lads to be involved in.
Wilson certainly been in the thick of things here at the start of this second half. He's just picked himself up a yellow card,
and I don't mind seeing that either. I think I'd like to see a fella in the game and making a few statements to his other colleagues to get on with it. But going back to the Bows, I do know from talking to the Bows managers that the likes of young Tierney and Birmingham would be trained alongside the first team in Blanchardstown IT, so they'd have a great experience of even training beside the senior professionals.
We talked about the Welsh goalkeeper before before half time. Eric Green, he did a great job, but he was very reckless taking Birmingham down for the penalty, and then he was lucky not to get sent off. There's a chance here now as Wales get him behind. Good bit of defensive work again by Honohan, and Wales have certainly come out of this second half and look as if they're going to really give this a go.
Yeah, a bit more purpose about them. A simple straight long ball from the keeper, but two lads chasing it down there, and it's they're nearly doing to Ireland what Ireland did to them in the first half. So
Hampson on the ball, right-footed, trying to get into the danger area.
Looking
Looking for a lovely play to the back post. The goalkeeper comes off his line and takes it cleanly. Good bit of positive work there by the Irish goalkeeper, Jamie Cleary. Cleary now. Long ball forward. Up into the air. Butler looking to get a hold of that one. Again, it's coming down with snow on it, but well controlled by Docherty in the middle of the park. Just getting his foot on it. Turns around towards the Welsh goal, and he's been impressive here this evening.
Yeah. He's good awareness of space and everything.
Birmingham just rolled off the end of his foot, goes the whole way through to the Welsh goal scorer, and he sends it back to his goalkeeper. Gardner and I feeds one forward. Ellison with a nice first touch. Reece putting him under pressure. Reece Jones, my apologies. Ellison, lovely ball forward. First touch by Tierney. Tierney tries to get on the left foot, cuts to his right foot, feeds it through, and that's a great tackle. A last-ditch tackle coming at that time for Bowman.
Yeah, terrific tackle. Tackle from behind. Probably a bit harsh, Simon, was it?
I think it was a tackle behind, but I'll maybe get a chance to get a replay of that when we get a break and play. But I think it was a clean take from the tackle that slid in to get it.
Probably a game-saving tackle, to be fair to the young fella.
Not sure if we can get a chance to look at a replay here because the camera angle right behind the pitch. Here it is here, coming in, and that's a great tackle.
That's a great tackle.
And you've got to have a pat on the back for the cameraman as well. That's a great job there, just zooming in on it. And you know, we talk about Ross Tierney being so positive going forward. He got it from his left foot to his right foot, and then the defender coming in and just taking the space away from him.
Yeah, he's a bag of tricks, to be fair to Tierney, and he hasn't tired, and he's done an awful lot of work. And this is my first time working with 24/7, but they're a good company. They have cameras everywhere helping us lads up here.
Doing a great job again, the FII schools bringing the guys in, and Beaumont now sends one forward. Wilson under pressure, and there's going to be an opportunity again to get delivery, is what let the Welsh down in the first half, and the first opportunity they got in the second half with a free kick ended up getting the goal off it, Paddy.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting again, and who's that young 17 lad? Hampson.
That's Jake Hampson.
Yeah, he delivered the last corner well. And again, you know, if you enjoy these and if you enjoy these and whip them in with a bit of conviction, you cause all sorts of problems.
Well, here comes Jake Hampson now. He's been on live wire in the first half. He's playing on the left wing. Hampson, right-footed. Lovely delivery into the box. Lovely touch it again. Bowman finishes it off. 2-2. That's a great header from the big centre half. And the two centre halves from from Wales have got their team back into this game.
Jenny, us commentators up here, I don't have a clue. To be fair, I did say 2-2, but 2 minutes ago I changed all that. It's young fellas, it's a strange game. I would love to see Ireland now get the ball down and don't rush anything too quickly. And enjoy it. And
it's all about the delivery.
Yeah.
Fantastic cross in from Hampson. Right on the end of it was Beaumont. And Beaumont ties things up here with right on the arm mark. There's going to be a quick substitute here. Coming off the pitch is James Clark. And coming on that occasion is Corey McBride.
And this Corey McBride was a little bit special against England, and I think he has it in him to I won't say change the game, that's putting too much on him, but he will be lively.
Corey McBride, another youngster from Finn Harps. There's 3 players from Finn Harps here up in Donegal, I believe they are, aren't they?
That's right, yeah. And
they all go to the same school as well.
They do, and they won the 17s and 19s league competitions, I think, last year. So they were the top club at that age group last year, and they have a terrific amount of young players. Their senior side will probably be too strong for the lads to make debuts for them.
There's a long ball forward by Ross Tierney. It's cut out, and Ellison takes the space away from that one. Lovely touch inside. Little give and go. Giving a chase here again. Defender coming out to take it down. And just hit. We talked about the compactness of this pitch, and it looks as if the young Irish lad there is taking a knock against the wall, and he's going to feed that one. That's Colin Kelly. Lovely through ball by Ross Tierney. Kelly up against Butler. Butler just trying to make sure he doesn't get that cross in. There was nothing malicious in it, but colliding with the wall, and certainly, hopefully, the young lad's okay.
Yeah. He took quite a bang there, maybe on his left knee or his left foot. I played here for one season myself, Simon. Leinster Senior League with Home Farm, way back when that was only when
there wasn't much grass on the pitch.
Grass on the pitch, though.
We talked about Corey McBride coming onto the pitch, and he's been the third player of the trio from Cardona Community School up in Donegal, and we'll see how he gets on here for the last half hour. But hopefully, Colin Kelly looks as if he's going to get back on his feet. Let's go back and look at the replay here. This second goal for Wales. Great delivery by Hampson. That was one thing that was letting them down in the first half. Goalkeeper maybe at fault. He was a bit flat-footed there, was he?
Yeah, the nearest playing to him was Carter. I'm not blaming Carter because I don't know who was meant to be picking who up, but there was a
corner chance here now for Ireland. Deep delivery. Tries to nudge that towards goal and over the top of the net of Gardner. 2-2 at Home Farm after the hour mark. 2-0 to Ireland at half-time. And Wales have come out with a different attitude in the second half.
Yeah, and again, it was probably the change of the front men. I don't think it was necessarily that the personnel were any more talented than the ones that went off, but there was a lot of impetus from the front two boys. And Wales are still playing pretty functional. They're not playing an awful lot of ground football, but they just have more about them this half.
Good clearance again by Ireland. It's going the whole way down. It's going to be a throw in to Ireland. Ellison. And it's great to see Colin Kelly back on the pitch again here now. He's taking a knock and trying to run that one off. Ellison on the left wing to Tierney. Tierney tries to feed that into the box, and that's probably the worst pass he's made today. Well cut out by the big captain Jenkins, and he's done the hard work.
Yeah, it's probably just to turn a little bit, and this is where older players might have a bit more managed the game a little bit better in that. But Tierney got great possession from the throw-in then and gave it away. And as you said, that was probably his first worst pass of the game.
Gardner now again lofts one towards the 18-yard box of the Irish squad. It goes the whole way through to the goalkeeper, Jamie Cleary. Cleary starts to play quickly for Ireland on the right side. Carter now. Carter, the long ball forward. This is like a mirror image of the first half, I think.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Ireland trying to get a foot on it there. Corey McBride feeds it ahead, and there's a foot race here. Well come in again. Jenkins doing a great job to get back and cover for his team there.
Nothing wrong with that at all. McBride is a flyer. Jenkins was right to get across there and get that quick throw in from Ireland. That will work for them.
McBride, little tug back, and there's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position.
Yeah.
And it's given a chance for Ireland to push the big men forward. Ellison and Carter making their way forward. Honahan looks as if he's a little bit groggy there. He's just walking through halfway through you can just see him coming in their picture. Their closest man to is in the centre, but he looks as if he's maybe taking a bit of a knock here in the second half, and not the way he was in the first half anyway. So there's a chance here for Ireland to deliver a good ball into the 18-yard box. There's men at the back post. Left foot or right foot, what's it going to be? Left footed. Back post, looking for it, touched in, and Ireland are back in the lead. 3-2, lovely finish by Dara Ellison.
To be fair, Ollie Horgan and Willie dead nearly insist on a left footer swinging that in from the left hand side or from the right hand side. So it doesn't surprise me that it was a left footer that was whipped in on top of the keeper. We'll see that again before the end of the game. That type of free might not always end in a beautiful little header like that.
He's got a free header there, right on the 6-yard box. That can't happen.
I think you have to be man marking men. You have to be physical. There has to be contact.
Well, you can't take anything away from Dara Ellison. He did what he had to do there. Come in the 18-yard box, got to the 6-yard box. Nobody anywhere near him in red, and he slotted it past Gardner in the Welsh goal. 3-2 to Ireland, and it's still game on again.
Yeah.
66 minutes gone. We've had a really cracker game here this evening at home farm. Ireland took a 2-0 lead at half time. Wales scored 2 goals at the start of the first 15 minutes of the second half. And 7 minutes later, on the 66-minute mark, Dara Ellison has given Ireland the lead once again.
I think on the balance, the wide men of Kelly McBride and the middle 2 men of Tierney, Birmingham, I think will probably see the game out for Ireland. They're such a threat. I think there will be another goal or two in the game. At this age group, I think there will be. And I think Ireland have another goal in them.
Gardner with a long ball forward. That's well cut out.
Yeah, and that's to me, to me that's poor. That doesn't help Wales. It'll take them a while to re-establish possession from that. You have possession on the halfway line. If you had it in the normal course of the game, you wouldn't say everyone get into the box and kick it. You just pass it to someone nearby. When they bring the keeper up and do that, I think that's terrible.
Colin Kelly, lovely first touch, feeds it inside. Butler gets a foot in the lane, gives it back to Ellison. Ellison can't find a green jersey. Good defensive play there by the captain of Wales. Jenkins now lays it off, strides forward. Pascoe inside for Vickery. Better football from Wales. Butler on the byline. Feeds it through with a lovely pass into Catton inside. That time for Pascoe once again. This is probably the most passes that Wales have strung together in the first 68 minutes. And just as I say that, they've given it away.
Yeah.
It's been a positive start to the second half from Wales. I'm sure their head coach Mark Lloyd Wilson will be very, very happy.
Yeah. And I've probably been a little bit harsh on the Welsh management team, because it's not as simple as I've been making out to be, because they have to give lads runs, they have to try out lads, they have to try things, they can't be too harsh on the young fellas. It's still schools football, so Wales have come back brilliantly, to be fair to them.
It's a misplay by Lee McLaughlin. McLaughlin on to replace Matthew O'Reilly at the start of the second half. It's a throw in for Wales. Controlled again inside by Williams. Feeds the whole way through, and the goalkeeper certainly looked a lot more positive as it was coming in before he actually got a skim past his poster. I didn't miss by much.
No.
He looked very, very calm, didn't
he? He did. I think there's a secret you learn. Is no matter what happens, look like you knew what you were doing. Keepers have to perfect that, as do referees, to be fair.
And that's one thing. The referee's had a good game tonight as well.
He has, and he's made the calls, even the odd call that he hasn't been sure of. He's made it early enough to make it look like he's right. I always feel, Simon, at this age, if a lad is scoring goals regularly at this age, I remember back before I managed Shawnee Maguire from now with Preston North End, he was scoring regularly at this end, at this level. I think it's Darrell Horgan was exceptional at this level, and now he's flying for Hibs. So young Birmingham, Tierney, and that, if they're lucky and get breaks, and you just wouldn't know, and some of the Welsh lads as well playing at the level they're playing at, they could have great futures ahead of them.
Ireland are going to be making another substitute here very shortly. Just being lined up to come on is Rhys Murphy. Actually, they're going to make the decision. They're going to wait for it. And Rhys Murphy, right down below us here, is going to replace Honahan. And we just talked about that. He just didn't look right at the start of that second half. And it's gone out for another corner this time to Wales. But Honahan looked as if he's taking a knock.
Yeah, and I wonder they'll probably wait till after this. And again, as we've been saying, the delivery has been a little bit better in the second half. And you'd hope that Irish would be tight and physical and half fouling as this ball is delivered in. I hate to see an attacker get a decent run without a break in his concentration. Hold on to some part of him.
Hampson with a throw in there. McLaughlin clears. And that man Tierney just gets a little clip of the heels. There's a lovely ball forward. There's a quick move forward. He's bringing it the whole way back. And I think he's going to get a yellow card here for a little tug from behind. So another yellow card given out this time too. I believe that's Jake Hampson.
Yeah, and there was a chance to play the advantage there. And I'd swear that I heard Pius Tierney, Ross's father, who's from Belfast himself, I swear I heard his voice from that far stand telling the referee how to referee the game, let him play the advantage.
You ever fancy refereeing yourself?
No, Simon, no.
You need a thick skin. You absolutely need a thick skin.
Yeah.
So they've changed their mind. It's not going to be Honahan's coming off. It's going to be Keith Carter who's actually coming off.
Okay.
And Honahan stays on.
The Irish management team is top heavy with experience. You have John McShane down there as well, whose brother Paul plays over in England. And John will be heavily involved with a number of clubs in the last number of years in Ireland, Bray, Bows. So John will be part of it. John will probably manage the team within the next couple of years, because it is worked on a roster system here in Ireland, in the Republic.
This complex of home farm, they've got a couple of 4G pitches just in behind, and there's a lot of kids playing football while we're commentating this match as well, and this is what it's needed. This is, you know, the development of grassroots football is very, very important.
And this club would have had a bunch of famous people. Ronnie Whelan would have played here. Eddie Van Boxtel, a keeper, is the only man to save an Eric Cantona penalty ever. And so this club would have quite a rich history in Irish football.
I didn't know there was a quiz night here tonight, Tony. We'll carry on, and Wilson Knight makes his way into the 18-yard box, looking for a late comer at the back post. Reece Jones can't get it out of his feet, and that's a good defensive play there on that occasion by Docherty. He's a great game at home park this afternoon, home farm, my apologies. Tierney can't get that out of his feet. There's a giveaway, there's a chance right up behind Birmingham. He hits the side netting. The net gaping. He can't put it home. That was for his hat trick. And that's a big mistake by Brandon Birmingham.
And he sort of did almost everything right.
He's hit the outside of the post.
Yeah.
Big chance there for Birmingham.
He'll be disgusted. Tierney did great work there. Didn't have the legs to beat Jenkins, but forced Jenkins into a slightly underhit back pass, and that gave Birmingham the chance.
He had a chance there to put another 2-goal deficit between Ireland and Wales. He's seen his name in lights, but unfortunately for him, he hit the outside of the post, but he did all the hard work.
Yeah. This is where management teams now come into fore. I can hear Ollie Horgan down there. And he realised that players need a G up. He realised that players need to be told what to do, because legs start getting tired around now. But again, the long throw in from Wales, you know, unless they know exactly what they're at.
Long throw in indeed. Flicked on into the back post. He can't get a hold of that one on that occasion.
Well, that's a little bit better, to be fair, from Wales.
Jenkins has just kept it on the byline. Lovely play by Kelly once again. Kelly down in front of us, can't get it inside, and that's cut out by Butler. Butler lofts that one forward. Lovely first touch there by young Catton. Catton ahead this time for Pascoe now. Pascoe feeds it inside. Well cut out by Ellison. Lovely chance for Jones now. Jones tries to cut inside. Lovely bit of skill from him. He drives the middle. He's taken down. The referee says no. Mark Williams right down below us is absolutely apoplectic. What's your view on that, Paddy?
I think he just about got it right. And again, in the Premiership, that might be given. But I think one leg hit the other leg. And he'll blow there just to settle things down. But I think on the balance, there was contact outside the pitch or outside the penalty area, possibly not. There was contact between the left leg and the right leg.
I think he was looking for it, wasn't he?
I think he was looking for it. I wouldn't have given it, but that's me wearing the green jersey.
That was again a good camera angle coming in there.
Yeah,
lovely bit of skill by Jones, in fairness. There was 4 green jerseys around him, and I have seen them given.
Yeah. And I think if any Welshman, when the goal gets...
Long ball forward by Honaghan. It's taken out by Jenkins. Birmingham touched it down. Tierney looks to get a swing and a miss there. A shot coming in that time. It's a chance right on the penalty spot, and it's cleared by Wales once again. 15 minutes to go, 3-2 to Ireland. This game's far from over. Colin Kelly now. Kelly has to turn back and face his own goal. Sends it back to Honaghan. Honaghan, the whole way back to his goalkeeper, and that time clears up to the halfway line. Vickery gets the better of that one. Beaumont, he got it back to 2-2 with that lovely headed goal. And here comes Docherty now. Docherty striding through. Plenty of space to run into. Tierney gets it on from his left foot to his right, taken down, and there's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous position.
Tierney has been very, very busy, and his instincts are all right, so they are.
Where is David?
It was accidental what happened to him after. I think he got maybe a bang of the ball in the face on the ground. He got it this side of the leg, and he didn't like that, but...
I'm just wondering where...
I think that's okay.
I'm just wondering where David Odumosu is. We talked about he's the goalkeeper for Ireland, which he was practicing his free kicks before the game started earlier on. He put 2 or 3 past
bring
Cleary.
him on for this, Dano Davis particularly talented.
Well, it looks as if Corey McBride and Colin Kelly are going to stand around this ball from about 25 yards out, and it's a big opportunity for Ireland. The most important thing is getting it on target.
Yeah, and Wales have left 3 men up, so if there's a second ball here of anything, I'd fancy something for Ireland, because I think Wales are down on bodies on a second ball. So if this ball stays alive in the box after, I think.
Let's see who's going to take it. Corey McBride, lovely job by the wall. McBride again gets an opportunity. McBride slows one. Oh, what a finish from Corey McBride. You talked about him coming on. He's put Ireland 4-2 ahead, and that's a great finish from the winger.
Yeah, that's a sweet little finish.
Corey McBride again took the free kick. The wall did its job, but when you've got 4 guys around you like that, they need to close you down in that 18-yard spot.
They do, yeah. Someone needed to step up, a little bit like Roy Keane having a good lash at United last night on Sky Sports. Someone needed to get a block in there.
A few fans there for Corey McBride. We can hear from the far side, but that's a 4-2 scoreline for Ireland now, just as the rain starts to fall at home farm. 12 minutes to go, and again, a long way to go in this game, Paddy.
Yeah. I just felt there on that set piece, Simon. I just think if you leave 3 men up front and the ball doesn't go dead, if the ball is cleared, you stand a good chance. If the ball is not cleared, you're down bodies in your own box, and McBride capitalised on that. And I just think the Irish front 4, even though Tierney is tiring, if I was the Irish manager, I'd probably leave him on, but he's still showing all class.
Just put my hand out our window here to see if my notes are going to get wet with this rain coming in, but I think we're okay.
Right.
Ellison to Kelly. Ellison gets it back. Dara Ellison scored the 3rd goal for Ireland. Tierney losing his footing. As I say, the rain and the wind is starting to pick up here again at home farm. Wales trying to get things going very quickly as well, and Jack Doherty just trying to slow things down. A little fake there from Jenkins, and Ireland going to have to defend this again as Wales push men forward.
But again, very, very straight. To me now, the Welsh should stretch it right across the whole box, so that you have a target at both sides of the box. To me now, while it looks like an opportunity for Wales, I don't know. I think it's just smacks of desperation a little bit.
That's a giveaway.
There's a great chance for Ireland.
There's a chance here for Ireland. Tries to feed it through. He's going to be offside if he gets a hold of that one. I think that's the right decision. Gardner with a long ball forward. That's going to scoot through for another goal kick at the opposite end.
Yeah.
But again, a big chance there for Wales to deliver a box towards the 18-yard box. And that's not the first time that they've sort of coughed one up.
Yeah, I think that's where the Irish management team probably excel, to be fair. Like, that won't happen. They'll have lads in charge, they'll have lads spread across the pitch so you can go long or go short. What happened to young Welsh fella there over the ball, that's from lack of organisation in my opinion.
Tierney ends up heading it back towards his own goal. Beaumont gets on the end of that one. Flick the head, Honan comes through the back of Wilson, coming together there. That's not a legal play on that time, so there's a big opportunity once again for Hampson to deliver another good ball into the box.
This is a slightly better angle.
Honohan showing the yellow card on that occasion. Things getting a little bit niggly. 10 minutes to go. 4-2 to Ireland. The last game of the Centenary Shield Under-18 Boys International for the season. And Ireland will jump ahead of Wales to finish 3rd, so fourth, my apologies. And Wales, if they stay the way they are right now, there's a great ball by Hampson once again. The goalkeeper coming off his line. He can't get on the end of it. It's cleared off the line. The goalkeeper, the referee has given the goal, and we're now back to 4-3.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Great ball again by Hampson. Jenkins, the captain, on the end of that one. Can't get the angle from here, but the referee didn't make any hesitation about that one. It's back to 4-3.
Yeah, and the referee was in a good position, to be fair to him. And it's game on again.
What a game we've had here tonight at home farm. Ireland took a lead 2-0 at half time. Wales come back into it with 2 goals in the first 15 minutes. Ireland went back up and scored another 2 goals. There's a foot race here. It goes the whole way through to the goalkeeper. But back to 4-3 now, Paddy.
Yeah, you know, that's why I suppose the likes of the top central defenders, the likes of John Terry, and that they mightn't always look brilliant, but they don't allow headers like that in their own box. Paul McGrath, people like this, they just don't allow it. They get something on something all the time, and we've seen the last 3 of the last 4 goals, I think, have been headers in the box from lads who haven't been marked.
Well, that's 2 goals now for the big centre half, Lee Jenkins, the captain, leading by example. Goes the whole way through to Honnan, and Honnan gets a touch for Doherty. Doherty can't find the ball. Jones, who's certainly done a great job here in the second half for Wales. Honnan kicks that one out, and it's going to be another throw-in. But we talked about the changes that were made at half-time by Mark Lloyd-Williams. He's left on Hampson and Jones, and they've been 2 pivotal players in this second half for Wales.
So true. Jones is one of the better players on the pitch in terms of keeping the ball on the ground and being productive. And then Hampton is a wide player. His delivery in that is exceptional.
There's going to be another long throw-in here from the right side. Gets it into the 6-yard box. It's flicked on. There's a man at the back post. Tries to get on the end of it. It's hit the crossbar. What a chance there from Catton. Catton lofted it towards the back side of the post and just flicked off the top of the crossbar. But again, Wales not far from tying this up once again.
Oh, everything's going right for Wales, and they're doing things right, and they deserve a part of what's happening. I still think Ireland have been the better side, have played the better football, but it's not as simple as that. Wales are doing an awful lot right.
Clearing out. Kicks it towards the halfway line. Well brought down again by McBride. He's looking to get things. Williams kicks it off McBride, and again urgency being shown by the man in red. A long ball forward, flicked on. There's a collision there. There's going to be a card. There's going to be again the man looking to get on, the physio looking to get on, but he's back up and ready to play. Referee, there definitely was contact with the head there, but it was a big head collision. But both players back on their feet again.
And this is another chance for Wales, Simon.
They're making him come off the pitch here, and you can just see his right eye. It seems to be a little bit of redness around from where we're sitting. There's the physio now going on for Ireland. So this is the physio's been on it quite a bit. There could be potentially 4, maybe 5 minutes of injury time shown at the end of this game. So still a long time to go.
The Irish physio is also Mickey is also the physio with Mickey McGlynn is also the physio with Finn Harps and with the Irish 19s who are doing exceptional well under Tom Mohan. So Mickey's a busy man on the Irish football front.
I can't see from here which player that is for Ireland. Oh, he's back on his feet now, and that's the substitute coming on, which was Rhys Murphy. Rhys Murphy taking a knock to the head. But we talked about this and the delivery for Wales.
So am I right in saying is there a man off injured from
There's
both teams?
There's a man off for both teams,
and
yeah.
That might suit Wales just a little bit. There might be a little bit more space, a central defender off, and that might suit Wales from this set piece.
Thompson.
A little bit more space.
Another one into the box, and that's well taken by the goalkeeper. And that's probably his worst delivery of the second half. He's been exceptional.
Yeah.
Both players coming back onto the pitch here now. Again, not only when you get that 2 knocks to the head in the Premiership, both guys are actually looking to get off the pitch as quick as possible. Yes, schoolboy football for you. It's been a great match here at home farm this evening. 4-3 to Ireland with 5 minutes to regulation time to go and potentially 4 or 5 minutes off injury time. Ireland brings it down for Ellison. Ellison feeds it out, but that's a stray ball. And again, the urgency being shown by the Welsh, flicked on by Jones. Honnan gets a hold of that one. He kicks it. They're looking for a replacement ball. The official hesitant to get it to him, but eventually finds Butler. He sends it down the line, and there's going to be a long throw put in here once again.
And they've been a bit better at these, to be fair to them.
Jack Wilson taking responsibility. He's getting as long a run as possible. Gets it to the 18-yard box once again, into the 6-yard box, and Colin Kelly clears back out to Wilson once again. Wilson down the right side for Jones. Jones looks to cut inside. He's taken down. The referee keeps his whistle in his pocket, and that's lofted forward again and cleared by Ireland. And just here, Williams right down below us. He's not happy with the decisions being made by the officials.
I thought Jones deserves something there now. He's not afraid to go down. He's like our own Damien Duff. He doesn't mind the odd little tumble. But and maybe that turns referees against him. But I thought he did deserve something there.
Beaumont doing a great job against Ellison. 2 goal scores for the game here this evening. And it's going to be a foul in the favour of Ireland. So Jones going to kick that back, and Ireland certainly taking their time here with this, which is rightly so, in fairness.
With all the substitutions, there's probably a chance left for both teams in this.
Long ball forward by Honohan now. Butler can't get clean connect with that one. Conor Kelly with a little bit of space there for Ellison for the throw-in. Dara Ellison. That's a giveaway from Colin Kelly that occasion. Jack Doherty now pulls his man Pascoe back, and there's going to be another yellow card upcoming this time for Jack Doherty, who's had a really good game here this evening.
I think it's more important for Ireland to make sure the free kick is taken from fairly far back as opposed to where the referee is standing, because that extra 5 yards could lead to a chance. And Ross Tierney is right to point out to the referee where it is, and he's getting a couple of yards back off him.
We're going to get your thoughts on man of the match in a few minutes, Paddy, so you can put a bit of thought into it. There's been some good performances from both sides here tonight. That doesn't look like 10 yards for Ross Tierney. It's a great delivery again to the back post. Wales trying to get on the end of it. Jenkins with a header, and the goalkeeper does a great job on his line, but Jenkins looking for the hat-trick.
Yeah, there just wasn't enough pace on it when it came to Jenkins for him to get pace on. When he won the second header back across, there just wasn't enough pace on that, and he probably needed more even height on the header. But
when you look at that
play by Wales,
look at that replay. Birmingham had come back and just gave him a bit of a nudge as he was heading in to get that ball, and a good defensive responsibility by Brandon Birmingham.
Yeah, and that's probably what's been missing, to be fair, Simon, the last 20 minutes.
Again, quite a few yellow cards being dished out here. Corey McBride, the latest recipient. Lee Jenkins coming on the wrong end of that one.
Yeah, that was a lively tackle. Probably a little bit too lively, but no harm to see both teams being competitive. It's turned out to be a smashing second half.
Just having a quick conversation there with the official down below. There's a chance here getting in the 18-yard box, and the goalkeeper coughed it up, but he did well to recover. There's going to be 5 minutes of injury time to play at the end of this. 34 seconds to go in the regulation time. So still a big opportunity for Wales to get it back to 4-4. Cleary lofts one forward. That's cleared by Ireland once again. O'Keefe hasn't really been mentioned in the second half. He had a great first half.
Yeah.
Long ball forward by Gardner. Honohan does a great job. Kelly now. Conor Kelly turns, cuts forward. There's a give up on that occasion. Jones. Colin Kelly looks as if he's taking a bit of a knock on the left knee there, and he's certainly feeling the effects of that one. And that might be the same leg that he connected with a wall at the far end, and he's down right in front of our comedy position.
Yeah. And you'd hope that wouldn't put him out for a couple of weeks if that was the wall that did that.
You've already said that he's already played for Galway and at senior level.
Yeah, and just thinking of the man of the match, he wouldn't have been far off, and neither would Honohan. I don't know if you have any thoughts on it. Birmingham, Tierney, there's been some great displays out there. I don't, even though Jenkins was it Jenkins who scored 2, Simon?
Lee Jenkins has got 2 goals,
Yeah, I just thought that even though he had a great game, I just thought that the first half, the damage the 2 front Irish boys did, that we won't give it to a Welsh player.
Well,
no matter what.
Adam Lynch now comes on to replace Colin Kelly, my apologies. So with only 4 minutes to go in the game, Ireland looking to get a foothold in this game. Corey McBride.
Could be one little danger here, and I don't.
Adam Lynch.
There's probably not long enough for Wales to.
Little back heel to McBride. McBride now trying to get it down into the corner. Very trickery player. He's already got that goal to give the Irish team the 4-3 lead, and there's going to be a throw in to Ireland. But again, you've got a big decision to make here, and we'll ask you in another minute and a half's time for man of the match. Paddy, there has been quite a few players which have stood out for you.
Yeah.
Birmingham's picked up 2 goals. McBride's got the other goal in the middle of the park. Jack Doherty's had a great game. There's certainly some been very good performances for the Irish boys.
Yeah, and young Clark from Trim, Drogheda. I didn't realise how quick his feet were, and he had a great 60 minutes as well before he went off.
McBride now, he's right on the byline. It's being kept in. 3, now 4 Welsh players, and there's going to be a corner. Again, just ticking the clock away, 3 minutes to go.
Yeah.
That's a good job by Corey McBride, showing his potential young experience. I think that's the way looking at it.
That's and they're doing it again. And I'd always say if you're going out defending that, you actually have to sacrifice the defend and go around the player and send them back in towards your own opponent rather than coming at him from behind, going the other way.
There's a real battle down in that corner. Jones looking to move things forward, well cut out, and there's going to be a foul against the Irish boys, and they're bringing it the whole way back, and they're going to push men forward.
Ross Tierney back, because when the last sub came on, Lynch came on in the hole, Ross Tierney came out wide left, and Ross's instincts would be attacking, and I can hear the back four saying, get back Ross and help out, and Ross is already trying to sneak forward to mind the right full for Wales, and he should sit back, but
flicked on by Lee Jenkins. Our green jersey gets the better of that one, flicked on again, well cleared by Doherty. Wales trying to get it down, goes all the way back to the centre half once again. He clears that long. Gardner, the goalkeeper, having to come out, gets the first good touch, and he's giving it away. Ross Tierney's all on his own. Ross Tierney's got a chance to finish it off.
Go on,
and Ross Tierney
up the flats. That is fantastic.
Gets the fifth goal for Ireland. Coffin of the ball up by the goalkeeper. A big mistake, and they were just trying to get the advantage there, but 5-3 now to Ireland.
Yeah, that's and I think, to be fair, Ireland deserve it. I know Wales did come back to 2-2, but I think Ireland had a really, really lively front four right throughout the game, including the substitutes who came on, and that little mistake by the keeper was capitalised on by great players. And to be fair to Birmingham and Tierney, they haven't tired. They've tired fractionally, but their decision making has still been very, very good.
Wales have been great in the second half. They've been dogged. They've been determined to try and get back into this game again. And unfortunately for young Gardner in goal. And again, the Wales boys pushing everybody forward here. Tierney gives up a free kick on that occasion.
Tierney has a great spring about him, to be fair.
There's going to be another free kick opportunity here to put one in the 18-yard box. Hampson, who's been excellent in this second half, he's going to put this in right-footed. They've left one man back. The Irish boys have got everybody back, bar McBride. That's going right towards the back post. There's a man there. Goalkeeper gets a fist on that one. That's cleared. It's offside though, and that could be the end, and maybe the lost chance to loft the ball forward here for Ireland. Another great delivery by Hampson.
Yeah, and they have had good delivery in the whole second half. Any little sort of foul by Ireland down below us here in the commentary box has been punished. Well, not all of them, but enough of them have been punished. But I thought throughout the 90 minutes Ireland passed the ball a little bit better, believed in themselves just a little bit better, were a little bit more confident in that, and stayed in good habits for enough of the game to deserve the win.
Allison tries to clear, touched up by Ross Tierney once again, and Lee Jenkins striding forward. He's in the 18-yard box, feeds it to the right side. Wilson with the ball into the box. Honohan again in the right place at the right time, and it can't be cleared on that occasion. Wilson left-footed into the box. Another great clearance by the captain, and it's out. But the final whistle blows here at home farm. Ireland with a 5-3 victory and a fantastic spectacle of schoolboy football.
Yeah, I know, that was a privilege now to commentate on that, because these boys will go on. So thanks for the opportunity, Simon. That was great crack, and I think Ireland did deserve it, played slightly more football, and I'm delighted for Willie and John McShane and Ollie and Conor Foley, the goalkeeping coach. That's a great management team as well, and so they did very, very well.
Who's your man of the match here tonight?
Jeez, I'm going to give it on the balance. I'm going to give second place to Honan, and I'm going to give first place to Ross Tierney, the little Irish 14 who played in behind the striker. I just thought, as well as his goal, he laid on the chance that led to the penalty. He laid on another goal, I think, and I thought throughout the game he kept his discipline and kept his energy levels up and generally made the right decision on the ball. So I'm giving it to Ross Tierney.
I don't think I could disagree with that, to be honest, Pat. I thought he's had an absolutely great game. When you look back on the 9-minute mark, Birmingham gave Ireland the lead with 1-0. He added to that in the 34th minute to make it 2-0. Half time, they go in, 4 changes for Wales. They come out for the second half. They pull it back to 2-1 with a goal from their captain Jenkins on the 53rd minute. 7 minutes later, The centre half playing alongside him, Beaumont, gets it back to 2-2. And then they go up the other end, 66-minute mark. Corner comes in, great opportunity for Ellison, found in the 6-yard box. He finishes it off to make it 3-2. Then it's 4-2 with another goal from Corey McBride, the substitute who come on. Back to 4-3 by Jenkins, the captain of Wales. And just to finish things off, the man of the match for tonight, Ross Tierney, makes it 5-3 to Ireland here at Home Farm tonight. It's been an absolutely brilliant game, Paddy.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was absolutely, and these lads have all opted to finish their education, to spend 5, generally 6 years in second level education, which I think is a great decision for them anyway. And I think it's time enough for full-time football, whether they opt to go the Premier League in Ireland or across channel. Some of them would still have aspirations to go across channel, but I still think they made the right decision to stay in second level, get a leaving cert, represent your country for the schools, hope to go on and represent Ireland under 19 and play maybe professional football after that. But it's an age group and a team that I think is fantastic.
Well, thank you very much to Paddy O'Reilly for joining us here tonight. Paddy, I really appreciate your time. That's all from us at Home Farm this evening. The last game of the Centenary Shield 2019. The champions of Northern Ireland finishing in last place after a 5-3 loss tonight in Wales. 5-3 loss tonight to Ireland, is Wales. The Republic of Ireland jump ahead of Wales with that 5-3 victory. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight, and we hope to see you again next season.